I like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that have taught this truth and continue to teach this truth. Shalom to you sincere Akim and you sincere sisters that are steadfast in this truth. Um, I wanted to, you know, I'm excited for this particular lesson today. The reason being is that, and not to say that I'm not excited for my lessons. I'm always excited for my lessons. But this one I'm excited for, especially because it's one of my favorite chapters to read and get into. One of my favorite topics. Okay. Um, one of my favorite, one of my favorite, I would say one of my favorite events, and there's several events throughout this book that just stand out to me that are my absolute favorites, and this is one of them. And so, also, when we, just looking at the news, and the times that we're in today, um, uh, you know, it is understood that we are in the times of the end, okay? And we are in the days of evil, okay? And, you know, I feel that this particular situation that we're going to read is very fitting of the times that we're um, in so many ways. And so, well, without further ado, let's jump into Genesis 19, verses 1 through 30. I'm going to stop at 30. Okay. Um, we're just going to read the meat and potatoes, of this particular event, um, that, of this particular event. And so, um, uh, um, there'll be some slight commentary here, but basically this is going to be a read slash commentary. Um, I'll interject here and there uh, during the read and provide some commentary. And I hope that you enjoy it. Okay. Genesis 19, 1 through 30. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night. Wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. Mhm. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both young and old, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Mm, mm, mm. This is wicked, pure wickedness. Mm, mm, mm. And Lot went out, and Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold now, I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be judge. Now we will deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness. Spiritual power, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Yeah, after they experienced a little bit of that spiritual power that the angels had, they wasn't looking for that door no more. hmm And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. And so, not only, you know, now the angels are fired up. Now this thing is on and cooking now. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh, and Yahweh hath sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahweh will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And so, in other words, to his sons-in-law, they took what he was saying for a joke. Mm, mm, mm. And when the morning arose, the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold on his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, Yahweh being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth, and set him without the city. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Praise be to Yahweh. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape thy life, escape for thy life. Look not back thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said to them, Oh, not so, my lords. Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for thou which for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen up The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah with, pardon me, let me bring that back. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of heaven. And he overthrew the cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Mm, 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 mm. Hard-headed sisters. Hard-headed. And Abram got up early in the morning, to the place where he stood before Yahweh, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as a smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities, okay, and that's not only Yahweh, but it was the angels, okay, that executed, the command of Yahweh. And so when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. And he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. Mm, mm, mm. And I think, we're going to stop there. Um, that, you know, that piece right there, it really speaks for itself. There's not much to say to it. It's really one of these. This read is one of those reads where, you know, uh, it's one of those walking meditations, you know. And then as the Spirit starts getting on you and moving you, it'll make a great study for you in the evening. But this is a walking meditation right here, you know. This is something just, to meditate on and think on, okay? Because it speaks for itself, volumes, you understand, okay? So I'm not going to add too much more to it than what has already been said. And so, thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed the read/commentary. I hope that this provides um, um, a beautiful, peaceful walking meditation for you and a great study for you in the evening. Thank you for listening. Shalom.